I'm getting ready to head out to Malden right now, a hidden gem in the neighborhood in Greater Boston area, to actually get some Northeastern Chinese food because actually that's where my family is from, and I've never successfully found Northeastern Chinese dishes that have been authentic, that are like home cooked, fresh out of the kitchen on the table, like my mom would cook when I grew up. Recently, we went to Montreal for my birthday, the big 3-0. I don't feel that. And it was amazing. We had the first Dongbei restaurant I've ever had in my life outside of China for the first time, and it was so good. And I was like literally dying of sweat and joy, about to cry and laugh at the same time because it was such an enjoyable experience. My mom's top 10 dishes, 8 of them were on the menu, which was amazing. I don't have a memory of living in the US and having access to that kind of stuff. And so I came back to Boston and I was like, why have I not Googled physically the words Dongbei food? And it was 2 restaurants that popped up. So we're gonna go check that out today and taste a few of their dishes because I am so curious if they're gonna be legit. And I'm really excited. Let's go.
Hi, baby. Are you excited for mommy to eat Chinese food? Yeah, I gotta tell mommy. You gotta tell mommy.
We're in Malden right now, and we're gonna do a little bit of a twirly twirl. I'm really excited because they have a few signature dishes that they told me about in secret privately, including a large bowl of soup with bones in it and bone marrow in the bones. This is the first Dongbei restaurant I've ever had in Boston, which is so cool. I'm so happy and mildly anxious, so let's go. The very typical appetizer peanuts that they give you while you're hungry and waiting for the food that you want. Haven't even ordered yet. They give you food, you should eat the food. It's quite crunchy and satisfying. Oh yeah. So under cold appetizers, I know I'm going to find the cold noodles, which is my favorite because nobody else makes cold noodles as slappy and flappy and moist and happy. But there's a crazy spicy squid, which makes me wonder if the spicy squid is crazy or if it's just crazy spicy. And I'm gonna ask them about eggplant because I definitely want that. They need to come and talk to me about this. Hi, 我想问一下，你们有茄子吗？鱼香茄子。鱼香茄子 ，OK。你觉得像东北口味的，那你觉得哪个比较？
大骨炖饭菜、锅包肉，还有东北大拉皮。
那来个锅包肉，然后我是一定会选东北大拉皮。
你是
大骨炖饭，对。
他们说很正宗的那个。
OK， 好。
那我先帮你上单号。
好，谢谢啊。OK。I know what we ordered now. 锅包肉, very Dongbei style. Pork dish, really probably unhealthy for you. Great. Got the Dongbei dalapi cold noodles and pork bony sour cabbage stew. And I say that this is like really authentic how this restaurant cooks it. Whenever they say that and sound like they know what they're talking about, I'm willing to trust them. Unfortunately, I didn't get the eggplant because I have it with my mom and she's better at cooking eggplant than any other human being in the multiverse. So that's what we got. Guys, I have a lot of stake in this because this region of China is not very large compared to like the south, and the port area like Guangzhou is more popular. Beijing with like Peking duck. Hong Kong is still like a big hub when people think of China. But the place that my family is from in China, they don't sound the most sexy. Like New England isn't personally the most sexy area in the US for me. It's literally the same thing. I found myself in the Northeast in 2 different countries and they're both more edgy, but their food is amazing. Juicy, saucy noodle dishes, rice-based stuff, other meat dishes like lamb, beef, the potato starch-based stuff, but it's very underrepresented in the US. So there's a lot riding on this meal, but I'm really excited. You never know until you try. And nobody knows I'm from Northeast China. People in the salons believe that I'm either Cambodian or fully Korean or halfy, depending on the angle that they look at my eyes, because apparently it's all about the eyes, guys. My eyes look Korean. Okay. I'm too anxious. I'm going off the rails. Oh, 谢谢. Oh, it makes me so happy how warm and thick this is. It smells like lambs. Wait, this is pork. Look at this. I'm so happy. Big animals are my favorite to eat. OMG, guys. Do you think you can go inside the bone? Is this the day that I'm gonna have bone marrow? It's like unmovable. What did this animal do when it was alive? This is so LaJoy. You see that peels right off? But that is real pork. I think this is pretty like, yeah, it's like home. Oh, it's so satisfying. I wish it was like colder outside. Oh, gosh. Wow. I think this is it, guys. It's the first time. Wow. What else is in there? The cave. Okay. This is so exciting. I'm so glad I got this. It tastes okay. It doesn't look very good, but it's so good. I want to drink it. Is that inappropriate? I don't think people who eat this, eat it like this. What kind of spoon is gonna fit inside of that? You know what? I'm a caveman. I can do this. Look at this big knuckle. Maybe I should hold on to that for safety. I've been told this is a femur, big part of a leg. This looks like if I built a house out of it, it would be really sturdy. You think you should be classy doing this, but you can't be, or you shouldn't be. This is the most uncivilized thing, but I love going under. I'm a big sucker for sour things. I would buy large tubs of kimchi and just eat directly out of the jar. This reminds me of doing that because all I'm eating right now is a bunch of sour cabbage. Oh, wow, this looks really good. Dig under for a big piece. You gotta eat the big one first. Look at that flavor. I mean, that texture. This is pretty legit. This is really good. You see how thin the side section is? So the batter is so light and crispy. I think the texture and how fresh it is amazing for this dish. This is such like a regional specialty, authentic, native to the region, that I had to order it today. So I did. It's very, very pleasant. Definitely very approachable. It's like sweet and sour. This is just so pretty. Do you see that sauce is collected inside this pocket? See how glistening it is. It makes it feel like if you eat a lot of it, your skin will get better. This combination is amazing. It's a perfect complement. It's just all sweet, such a crispy exterior, thick, gooey. And this is mild and stewy, meaty, and sour. I want more. Okay, it's time. This is the ultimate test. Basically, if a restaurant does this well, then it's my favorite because this is really hard to do really well. The ingredients are pretty on point so far. There's like that nutty sauce, large pile of cilantro on top. It's already mixed, so that's nice. I think this is a mushroom, but it's very crunchy and chewy. I don't know how to feel about that. It's a lot sweeter than I expected. It does have the dried tofu in it, which is very impressive. You see some of the noodles are thinner. Some of them are thicker. This is how fluffy and bouncy they are. See how the salad would be filling? See how I like the salad better than Caesar salad? Amazing texture. Combination of elements. There's meat, there's egg, there's cucumbers and carrots. There's the little shredded black mushroom. I feel like the flavor profile of this is a little sweeter than I'd like. Yeah, it's definitely a lot sweeter than I'm used to. Okay, so basically when I ask my heart which one of these I like the best, I feel like I like this one the best. Combination of like the really bony, hearty meat with the soup, with the sourness that I'm so obsessed with, makes it tops for me. I don't think I've double-fisted meat this much. So satisfying just to hold a large knuckle in your hands, you know what I mean? A knuckle that you can eat. Guobao roll, the crispy pork, I think came in a second. And this is also the most attractive dish out of all three of them. After 10 minutes, it's still crispy. It's really great. And it's like still crispy after like 10 or 20 minutes. It's pretty great. And unfortunately, the salad was a little sad for me because it was too sweet. Now that person's really not answering their phone. Here I am at the next place, and this place is called Golden Garden. Apparently, according to the local newspapers, this is the Dongbei place to try in all of Boston. Well, we're about to go in and try a few dishes. Have a sense that it's better to just order whatever looks really good here rather than clinging to my favorite Dongbei dishes, because we gotta milk it for what it does well. You know how they like elongate the pour? So nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh, I did it. I feel much more at ease here. It just feels more calm. There's a Chinese drama that my parents watched playing on the TV overhead, which is point. Okay, let's open up the menu. Here it actually says Northeastern cuisine as the first part of the sentence. Very promising. The first thing is fuji fei pian, which is my favorite thing in the world. I'm gonna order this for sure. We're definitely gonna get some Chinese dumplings. 12 pieces is $9. Oh my gosh. Breakfast specials, 3 p.m. Oh shoot. Oh yes, okay, we're gonna get a breakfast special. Definitely tofu jelly. There's doujiang and there's dianbingguozi, which is number 3. I think we're just gonna have breakfast here, guys. We'll ask for the rest of whatever they think is amazing here, because I want to eat the most amazing things. 可以点，要一个豆腐脑，一个豆浆，还有个煎饼果子、饺子、水饺、夫妻肺片，要一个。
像这些就比较小份儿一点。如果像是说就 main core 的那种的话，就像。
哎呀妈呀！啊，你觉得加豆腐或者是茄子哪个菜比较？
豆腐对，老板。
OK， 要一个鱼吧。刚才已经吃一顿饭了，所以我觉得应该够了。谢谢啊。I impulse bought another dish too, because she's like, those are all smaller dishes. And I was like, I know. And she said, but if you want a larger meal dinner portion, there's an amazing fish that you can eat the bones of. And I was like, yeah, there is an amazing fish. Maybe I want that fish. I feel like I like this place better so far. There's something very calming about that middle-aged Chinese drama. This is kind of watery. It looks almost like almond milk. Huh. Well, it's warm. It's a whole glass. Pretty big. It's quite light. It does taste the way that it looks. It really doesn't taste like it looks. Like there's more water in it. But it tastes really good. It tastes like soy milk that's been milked from soybeans. They milked a bunch of soybeans and out came this. It cuts the craving. It does the trick. It scratches the itch, if you have the itch. But it could be a little thicker, you know what I mean? Yes! She just brought the dauphinal. Let's spin it around for you, folks. Jiggly game is robust. You've probably had hot and sour soup. That color and texture and consistency here. A little bit of chili oil. Mama approves. It really is quite appropriately named jelly. See how that just broke apart? Do you see how it's still breaking apart? That's what you want. Looks like they have a little bit of egg or mushroom or something authentic. Green onion, just general floaty, lovely goodness. Time to eat it. Ooh, especially with that chili oil. It's got a peppery, oily binding agent. It brings it all together in a package of love. So after you mix it, it's a little bit more well-rounded stew kind of texture. The base flavor of it is very heartwarming, just comforting soul food. And it's just that nice mouthfeel, uniform, holistic, zen. I like the tofu the best. Give me anything that's warm, even if it's cold. Has tofu in it, a little bit of spice. I'm gonna love you forever. I haven't had this in the US, and we are in the US, not China, right? I really like this. I think it tastes like home with a little bit of something, something. And you know what? If you add vinegar, it's even better. 你们有黑醋吗？有，好，谢谢。有 vinegar for us. Some of you may not approve this, but I approve. Just needs a little bit more. Oh, that is vinegary now. I think I might have overdone it. Yeah. I didn't think it was possible for me to add too much vinegar, but I think I just did it. I got happy. Now it's kind of lost its original base flavor. Time to drink more soy milk. Look at how big this is. This is my favorite. See the layers? You see the tendon? I love how this feels in my eyes already. This is the texture. Very responsive. It's kind of like the tendon and like fat. And then this is more of that thicker beef, more texture around the edges. You see that? Always top with cilantro, of course. And then they actually just brought in the breakfast 煎饼果子, fried dough with eggs mixed in. I'm gonna try both of them. We got a representative stack with the cilantro for good measure. That looks good. That looks real. It's definitely satisfying, but it's a little lighter, less intense, more approachable, more calm, just like this environment. Breakfast. There's nothing that I like more than a dripping wad of tendon. I'm sorry if that doesn't feel appetizing to you for breakfast. It's the slurp factor. Before it gets cold, we're gonna slice it open. Oh yeah, I like how it feels inside. Oh, it's like Spam. That's really good. That's really crispy. That's really good. Oh my gosh, that's really good. Oh my gosh. I could eat one of these by myself easily, 2 minutes. There's bean paste in there. That bean paste tastes bean pasty. Do you see how crispy that is? And then there's green onions all over that. And that bean paste, that sauce, it's all over there inside. That makes it so amazingly spiced. This is really good. This one. And it might go well with this because this is sweet. It goes better with something like this that's very strong flavored. This is amazing. It's so good. This is really, I really like this. The textures come together so well. The crispiest piece of fried dough wonton-y thing, but it's like all one thin little airplane saucer flying carpet. And then there's this really nice note that comes with the fresh springy green onion. And then the sauce is really gooey and thick. And the Spam is really meaty and condensed. I don't even know what they normally put in here. It's definitely not Spam, but I like the Spam in there. I don't expect me to like Spam this much until I have this. This is so good. It's so soft and pillowy too. This dough is. It's so good. I hope the dumplings even hold up to this. Let's try this one. Pork and cabbage dumplings. This is like really homemade looking. The thing you look for dumplings when you want them like at a restaurant is they need to be like asymmetrical. Then you know how homemade they are. See that? That's what you're looking for. That's what you want. Looks good. Here's the sauce. I'm gonna take a big plump one. Ooh, there's juice in there. God, there's juice in there. Juice just came pouring out. I'm scared I've lost some flavor in this one. Yes. Yes, this is the flavor. This isn't cabbage, it's sauerkraut, which is amazing. This is better than cabbage. No one makes it like this anymore here. This is what I wanted, Mom. Thank you. Sorry, am I speaking with my mouth full? Too excited. Oh, I'm immediately feeling how much meat I've eaten today. Oh, this flavor is perfect. This is what I've been missing. This is like the dumplings I want to make. This sauce is interesting. It's like, it might be a little bit like a vinegar. It's a little bit of sesame oil. Wait. It might be the sauce that's making it sour. Let me taste it by itself. It's totally the sauce that's making it sour. There's not sauerkraut in there. So my butt turned off the audio, which is vlog struggles. But this dish, lots of soy sauce, lots of braised flavor and texture. The lady said that you can eat the bones, so you don't have to worry about stabbing yourself in the mouth, which is always helpful for me. I'm the type of person that does that because I'm so obsessed with food. Try this with a little bit of the tofu. It's cut into that tofu. You see the side cut, it's so tender and meaty. Very crunchy. The bones are so crunchy in this.
the way that bone is, it's like ribs or something over here. Someone could like wash some clothes on this. So see how thin and even this is? It's almost kind of like the soft bone on pork. If you eat like ribs or something, like serious ribs, it's like that soft bone that you can crunch. Not like chips crunchy, but definitely chewy. Very unique, especially paired with like a soft braised tofu. It's not like that jiggly wiggly puff kind of tofu. It's like a hard pillow. It's really xiang, which is like fragrant, kind of umami, soy sauce, brown, and it tastes brown. It tastes very brown. So if you're not used to that umami steeped flavor, it might be a little overwhelming by itself. That's why you should pair it with other things like this. And my favorite dish, the handmade distorted dumplings. Slightly disabled, like I'm tired of reading books and I just want to be fed in bed by my grandma or my mom, whoever makes better dumplings, and they bring it with sauce that makes it taste like sauerkraut. Basically what I'm saying is that these dumplings are ugly cute, dripping with homemade savory goodness. The cross section when you bite into it is so uniform and lush. Very flavorful, meatiness, saltiness, seasonedness, happiness, neck and neck with that 煎饼果子, which had the amazing bean paste, spicy, oily spam. So I like those two the best. I think those are my favorites. This gets an honorable mention because it's my favorite dish when it is amazing. If you like less intense chili oil flavor, this is definitely worth trying. It's just not that deep, kick me in the butt, savory chili oil flavor. I'm a little intense and spicy and crazy. I'm a little bomb. I like to explode with flavor. So it's like a little bit low-key for me because I'm more high-key, spicy. Overall, the mouthfeel matches the ambiance, this entire restaurant. So if you want to be by yourself and kick it, come before 3 p.m. so you can order breakfast still because it ends at 3 p.m. and then order some other ridiculous dishes. Plates of dumplings, plates of 煎饼果子, watery soy milk, and you'll be happy. All right. So we're back home after the 2 restaurants that we just went to for Dongbei food in Malden, and I have to say they were surprisingly good, and it just felt so sweet and warmed my heart. I remember loving my mom's home cooked dishes, going home in college from ramen and just like missing her food. There's nothing that can be faked with homemade dumplings, hearty soups, all sorts of meat dishes, cold noodle dishes, salads that you can get that I've never seen literally anywhere else before in like the US in general. After Montreal, after experiencing that one restaurant, I was so excited to try these 2 restaurants and I wasn't disappointed. They were both good in their own way. The first restaurant literally translated as eat enough, have enough to eat, be satisfied basically. That one was really niche in terms of the decor and it was really funny. They had Audrey Hepburn and cats and like random 50s Chinese women on the backs of the seat. Eccentric. Food was also very special. Definitely number 1 though was pork bone broth sour cabbage soup. The fact that I had my first bone marrow in years outside of Asia and it was so satisfying, double fisting those pork bones was very special. Just a really authentic, unique experience. Second restaurant, Golden Garden. Emotional number 1 was those breakfast 煎饼果子, which the fried dough inside that pillowy, soft egg wrap was so breakfasty. The first time outside of China that I've gotten that kind of breakfast before, so I was so impressed. Flavors with the chili and kind of that bean paste sauce. I know those are like more traditionally Chinese flavors that you do have to, curve your way up. They become better with time. Some people call them Moorish, but once you love them, you are a lifer. And those are so good and authentic. And the second one definitely would be the jiaozi, the pork and celery dumplings. No loss to the 煎饼果子. Like that is classic. One of my
favorite dishes to have at home, and they nailed it. The lady in back said afterward that they make every single dumpling by hand, and the wrinkly nature of the skin tells it all. The Northeastern dumpling is more Northeastern than pretty much any dish. So to nail that dish is to nail almost everything that it means to be Northeastern Chinese. So highly recommend these two places. I would say that if you want something more Sichuan or like other regional cuisines like Beijing, like the Peking duck, or Shanghai, like the mini soup dumplings, I wouldn't go to those places because the sweet spot for those two restaurants is the specifically Northeastern Chinese dishes. You're not really gonna get them anywhere else, especially in the Boston area. So highly recommend that, and excited to eventually do a hand-pulled noodle video, but until then, thanks and bye.